and gentlemen, today we're back with a Division video, and today we're just going to be talking about the state of the game, about the Division, and I shall see you in the video, and I hope you enjoy. Thank you. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a Division video. Today we're back with the Division, and today the reason why I'm doing Division is because recently there was a state of the game for the Division, and basically some issues or topics had been addressed on about this game. So whilst they were live streaming, the conversation obviously picked up quite a lot, and I managed to pick up quite a few things within the conversation, and the stuff that really basically caught my attention was basically the PvP isn't really fun at the moment. That's what it was said. So the PvP, I have to admit, it's not that good. It's not what I was really expecting. It isn't really the best PvP, and balancing is quite required. So NPC scaling. So that's one topic that was kind of discussed there. NPC scaling. Now the biggest issues, or let's say the biggest topics, is basically the end game and scaling at the moment. And when players, when they hit level 30, yeah, you can imagine the scaling kind of gets messed. So when you hit level 30, you have to verse like level 34 opponents, level 30, like basically above your level, 4 levels above maximum, I think. And it is really frustrating. Now the devs themselves say it's really frustrating to even fix this game, so which is kind of worrying. What will they kind of do with the Division? And the thing is, it is quite frustrating for level 30 players to even play the game, because it means they will have to constantly keep on restocking on ammo, and they have to keep on reloading in order to defeat these higher level NPCs. And the other thing is, whilst we're still talking about NPC scaling and stuff like that, now players can be killed quite easily. Maximum, I've been one-shot killed in this game quite a lot, especially when I'm a higher rank than an NPC. And yeah, so players can get hit once and die. So basically players can die by one shot and stuff like that, which is incredibly annoying and incredibly stressing as well. And this I've noticed this particularly in the dark zone, to be honest. In the dark zone, when you go alone and stuff, when you're versing the NPCs, you can die quite easily. One shot, basically you could die really easily. That's what I'm trying to say here. And if you play this game solo, okay, if you play this game solo, so what I heard was something about solo play, and that there's something wrong with the ammo or something, and that yeah, there's some ammo issues going on there and stuff like that. Now there's also loot. Now loot rewards are really like, so I quote unquote say that the host or something said the loot rewards kind of feel off. Now the loot rewards kind of feel off, and the dev actually agreed. The developing team surprisingly agreed. I thought they would have said something, I don't know, would have said something about the loot, been like, oh, I don't know, just keep playing the game or some shit. I don't know, maybe that's a bit too far-fetched. But that's what he said. They agreed to it. They agreed that the loot does feel off, so it's nice to see that they're looking at their own mistakes and that they're willing to address this. Now, there has also been, like I was talking about PvP, apparently there is a lack of like PvP space, and lack of PvP space, and that the dark zone needs to be a bit expanded because it cannot handle it or whatever, and it's not appropriate at the moment for PvE or PvP players at the moment. So we also have underground. I myself don't have underground, but I did hear this. I managed to pick this up. They want to make underground areas more rewarding. I'm not sure what that means. I haven't got the DLC, but hopefully I'll probably get it as soon as I hit level 30. Because I really want to start off on a high rank. I hope if they do balance it or something. Now, there was, I'm not sure if some of you have experienced this, but I have had bugs where sometimes I can't even climb up ladders. And that was kind of addressed in the state of the game. Really minor little bugs, such as not climbing ladders. Now, the one that really got me excited or something was basically they want to add a buyback option. So if you sell something by accident to, let's say, one of the vendors, basically what would happen, you would have the ability to basically buy back what you did. Now, shotguns in this game are surprisingly overpowered, and what I heard, what I overheard in the conversation on State of the Game is that shotgun is about shotgun nerfs, and people demanding for a proper PvP instead of like that dark zone, instead of the tightly packed dark zone and all that stuff. Now, there's also been difficulty levels. What I heard is that the devs also want to add a new difficulty, more difficulty on the NPCs, so NPC scaling again without increasing their health. That's what I heard. So I don't know what that could basically be. Maybe we'll get more damage output. Hopefully we do get more damage output, because if they're gonna increase their health, we need a way to defeat them, because right now the NPC scaling, if you hit the level cap, the NPC scaling is kind of ridiculous. You have to use a whole load of ammo to kill them out. So anyway, so we're nearing to the end of this video. So it's nice. So what State of the Game is nice. I thought it was good because the devs. So it's nice to see that the developers themselves are aware of these issues and are trying to basically trying to find a way to resolve these issues themselves, and quote unquote saying it's frustrating. Now, but it's still good to see that the developers themselves are basically actually coming out and addressing their own issues, and that they are aware that they should be fixing these issues. So it's always nice to see that, and hopefully this game does get fixed as possible. But the two main problems, in my opinion, at the moment are probably NPC scaling and NPC scaling in the dark zone, and of course level cap, where you have to basically, and of course the level cap that kind of ties in where you have to basically, when you hit level 30, you need a ton loads of ammo just to kill the NPCs back in the dark zone. So that's two of the main issues for me: NPC scaling, and of course loot. Loot is another one for me as well, because sometimes when you kill enemy, it doesn't really feel satisfying, because the rewards, well, they feel off, let's say. So that's why. So those are the two main issues. I don't even know why I said that's why, but those are the two main issues for me at the moment. I'm not it's NPC scaling, and of course NPC scaling, and of course the not difficulty, sorry, NPC scaling and loot. Those are two main issues for me. So I'm hoping those two issues get basically fixed as soon as possible, because I want the gameplay for this game to be enjoyable again, because it kind of feels like a mess at the moment, to be honest. I'm not sure how anyone else feels about it. To be honest, it is fun, the Division, in my opinion, but it can be quite annoying sometimes due to the sheer amount of ammo you need, due to the NPCs being so hard to kill sometimes in the dark zone. And also and it's kind of annoying for higher level players that actually hit the level cap. It's more annoying for them, as they have to verse these level 34 enemies in the dark zone. So two main issues that they should need to address, that should need to get fixed first, in my opinion: NPC scaling, and of course this level cap thing, and of course loot. So those are three actually main issues that they should be solving, to be honest, if they want the game to be good again. But there's still many problems with the game. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the Division video. Hope you enjoyed, and please, as always, like, comment. It's free, so why not? See you a lot later in the next video, live stream, or whatever I decide to do next.